Well, I can't use this mod as expanded demands, which adds more goods how further you progress in time. Right. Do you know what? They should have put that in the base game. They should have put that in the base game, 100%. No, it does the same thing without. That's a nice boat. Nice. That'll help that city grow quite well. What size map? The largest. First time player. Start on a no more than a medium. I mean, the critical factor when starting this game, without the critical factor, is like the first 10, 15 years. You can easily bankrupt yourself if you make bad decisions early on. Oh, that looks so good in the distance. Look at that. Yeah, with those kind of passenger numbers, this should run at a profit. You know what? It's 3/4 full, but it doesn't look 3/4 full inside. Terrain. Terrain. Turn right. Turn right. Terrain. Dude, what are you doing? Oh my god. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? That just slowed him down massively. That doesn't make any sense. Can we edit the path they take? Because that's really dumb. I'd really want to be able to edit this. Can we waypoint it? Nope. I don't see anything to help me though. I reckon the captain is dodgy, and he was actually like, yeah, we'll just have a look at this beach, and then he was like throwing stuff over the side. Can't edit plane or ship paths. Let's see what this expert captain does about this. You know, if it had set up the approach better, you wouldn't need to lose so much speed. That looks weird. Why would there ever be an iron ore mine right next to the beach? Just J turns it in, as you do. Let's see what happens with this now. I think I put 2 trams on here. They're levitating. I love the way they just form an orderly line. I think that's a tram. Perfect timing. I think maybe some got thrown into the sea bass. Well, it looks like there's quite a lot on the way over. I think most of them are actually going to go to the tram station. Nobody's walking. So that can only take 25. Yeah, they might be waiting for a little while. You'd think that could carry more than 25 people. The more you run over, the less you have to carry. Yeah, but if you run over passengers, they don't pay very well.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Look, 42 people want to go down to the port. Nice. This is a busy station. Antita, thank you for a year. Happy Christmas to you. Opulentus, welcome back. How many vehicles have we got moving this stuff? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot of passengers. That is an insane amount of passengers. 347. Like a rumba. I'm guessing the people in this game don't like to stand in transport. What do you mean? Feels bad PAX trains. Let's see. You're going to go down to Shanghai, which is down here. 342 people want to go to Shanghai. Making 2 million. That's a lot. I just hope it cloned that in the right depot. Oh my god. I don't know which depot it just made them in. That's a problem. It's not worth getting a bullet train between here and here. It's just a capacity problem. Okay, so it's decided to spawn them here, which very likely won't be able to get onto that train line. Because it would have to come in here and somehow jump to that line there. Which means we're going to have to extend the track. Because scumbag game. I don't think the bullet train's available yet. And it will be available in Asia. I don't know when. I mean, we've got a car which we can do 200 Ks. That's the fastest we've got at the moment. Yeah, but the Shinkansen's not a bullet train. And you won't get up to anywhere near 200 going to Shanghai. It doesn't even get up to 200 going down to Lucknow. Is he going to carry on or not? There's something weird about the Shinkansen anyway. I'll show you in a sec. The one that goes down to Lucknow has plenty of distance to get up to speed, but just doesn't. Why is it taking so long for this to leave? I don't think so, Danology. You can do that for industry to some extent. Okay, you should be fine from now.
Welcome back.
Like, it doesn't really tell you demand, but it kind of tells you what you are doing, if you see what I mean. So Shanghai, to look now, 100% of people, the line usage. So everybody that wants to go there to shop or work can. But then nobody wants to go to Nagoya. But if we made a link to Nagoya, they would probably start to go there. So it doesn't really tell you where people want to go to, but it kind of tells you where they are going, retrospectively. Having said that, Ankara to Shanghai, it says there are some people that want to go here. Where's Ankara? There. Right, so actually, no, it tells me, it does to some extent answer your question. Who was it that asked that one? I've lost it now. It was you, Denology, wasn't it? Yeah. It kind of does. So, because Shanghai and Ankara are actually close to each other, people are going shopping and working there because they can do it by road, right? But if you was to take something like Medan, they can't physically get to Medan, so they don't. So nobody wants to go to Medan because they can't go to Medan. So I think what it tells you is that any cities that are within, you know, private transport distance, it will tell you about what's happening. That's the way of looking at it. So yeah, we could build a line between these two and grab those passengers. There's like 100 potential passengers. They can go to Medan. Yeah, but they can now because I've built a ship, but that's only recently. But if you say, well, why is nobody going to Nagoya then, right? Well, they physically can't get to Nagoya. I don't have a rail or a boat link to this kind of... This is almost an island, this bit. It's completely cut off. So they can't get there. Because I haven't built a ferry route. And they can't get there by private means. Nobody has a private boat or a private plane in this game. No, kind of technology. It shows you a... It shows you demand. It doesn't show you demand. What it shows you is what they're doing. It shows you that what the pedestrians in Shanghai or the citizens, it shows you how they are getting around. And for all the ones that get around, whether you're moving them or whether they're doing it themselves, the kind of overview of that, I guess, is when you click on this here. And it shows that for Ankara, everybody in Ankara, there are like 1,200 people, or there are 1,200 possible logistical transports. I mean, one person could be doing 2 trips, right? So it's not 1,200 people, it's 1,200 journeys. Think of it that way. There are 1,200 journeys in Ankara, and none of them are being moved by us, right? So that doesn't really show you the demand, it just shows you what's happening. And it's up to you whether you want to sort of say, well, where are they going? Yeah, in Ankara. Where's everybody going? Well, 50 odd people are going to Shanghai, and some are going down to Kraz. Yeah. So that kind of tells you where you should probably focus. Like, this is screaming to me, we should be moving people between Ankara and Shanghai. And to a lesser extent, Kraz. But for all these other places, they're not going there, pretty much because it's not feasible by private methods. It's like me going to Moscow, right? I'm not going to go to Moscow if I can't get there via public transport, am I? I'm not going to drive to Moscow. So I don't go there. So there's no journeys to look now because, well, it's just too darn far away. We could build a bus route between these two, or a train. That helps to some extent. See, what I don't know is, now I've built all these, upgraded all these private roads, yeah? Am I getting any money back for that? I don't think we are.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
So there are people driving from Ankara down this way. They go into Phnom Penh. So people are driving down here. I don't have any public transport. I don't think there's toll roads, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm paying money to upgrade the roads, but they're benefiting and they don't give me any money back. That's what seems to happen. If you upgrade them to rural roads, the speed limit is high and people can reach more destinations. Yeah, but that doesn't really help you, does it? Like, it's just cost me money to upgrade these roads, but I get no benefit other than my cargo transport. Yeah, I benefit when I use them. Yeah. Roadwolf, thanks for 4 years. What do you mean 2-year hype, Roadwolf? That's 4 years, bro. Don't sell yourself short. Astronauty, welcome back. But yeah, it's screaming out for a passenger run though. Let's see what's happening back here now. Okay, that's taken the pressure off that. So now we've got feels bad to Kuala. Kuala being... That's a lot of people wanting to go there. That's interesting. That is a relatively new line, but it seems to be doing extremely well. It's a fully loaded train with good finances. And...
Welcome back, Nutter.
Train 7. I think it's one. I think it's Russian EDM. I think.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
There we go. Just not an easy game to go transport people from A to B, but some areas are isolated on the map. Yeah, I mean, the map generation is key. When I generated this map, you know, you can specify how much water you want, how much landmass, whether it's broken up more or less. This is definitely more challenging when you break up the landmass. You could easily have it as, like, almost all land. And then, you know, you can specify how hilly you want. That makes it more difficult. Can you couple EMUs together? I have never tried. Never tried to do that. Let's see how the whole passenger thing's going on now. So, plenty of people are going to Feelsbad. But look at this. They're basically using our network. All these cities here that they are now going to are interconnections. They're taking the boat back to Feelsbad, and from there they're taking trains to various destinations. And we're getting 100% line usage out of that. The only one we're not getting is Medan, which is pretty weird. Like, why is it people moving around here and not using our transport? That I don't understand. Not enough bus routes, I guess. Seems to be working pretty well, though. Right, how's this getting on? I think 3's enough to move all that. They're getting a good supply of construction material, but they can take a lot more. Yeah, we could make one counterclockwise, Ruben. I did that on... when did I do that? Was it Feelsbad? It was Kuala Lumpur I did that. It was here I did that. Sent the journey round both ways. To get... Because we just didn't... There were loads of people here, and now they're kind of spreading themselves, which is good. Snap the Otter, thank you, 29 months. Trucker J, 1.5 years, thank you, dude. Did you add the other ground trains? No, I'm going to go and check that out in a minute. I want to see if we can improve. See, looking at that, I think we lost material here. want to make sure we move that better. You are serious, look at this. Wow. Just wow. He's loaded up. So the factory's maxed out, but most of it's, like, some of it's not being taken. But we can't really scale that anymore. You keep an eye on this. I reckon they're going to explode. I wonder if there's a way we can get fuel into this thing. We do have fuel coming into Fields Bed. Anyway, let's see how the food's doing. Yeah, so now I need to put more food into this. We need more grain. We're transporting most of it, but we can definitely put more in. So that was a DFS with 6 gondola. We'll put 1 on there initially. Can you push down the sandbars so the ship can go in a straight line? If you bring the map into the editor, you could modify the terrain, yeah. But once you're playing the game, you can't. Well, you can terrain modify this. I don't know if you can create gorges though. I guess it looks like you can. So in theory, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but what would happen if we did that? The answer is yes, you can. Look at that. So yeah, you can just dredge the ground out and make your own shipping line. If only I could do something about this. This weird crossover thing. Good to know. There's a fuel on the island, just need to get oil over there. That could be tricky. There's lots of crude all around, but a lot of it's in horrible places. A lot of it tends to be down here, I think. Like that one, down at the bottom of the map. Do you know what? That actually opens the door for Panama canals. You can actually create a canal through there. if you want to spend the money. You can even do it here. And then the ships could come all the way through there like that. That'd be crazy. I wonder how much money they'd make. Fly it in. We could do. Could fly in. The trouble is the island is very small. Like, you can put a large airfield here. That even opens a door to flying passengers in as well. Potentially. It's a very expensive operation, though. It's expensive to adjust the landscape. Compared to what, though? Compared to spending $20 million on a plane. Good evening from Perth. Good evening, sir. There's nothing to take back here. That one. The Lucknow oil refinery. There's actually a port just there. So you can actually ship the oil to that port. Actually, no, you've got to get crude into it. That's the other problem. You've got to get crude into this and then this into that. Makes it much more difficult. Break even. I should start picking up now. So yeah, I don't know if we can get oil into that very easily. Because it would have to be refined oil. Which means... there's crude here. There's crude here, here. And there's a refinery there. And there's crude here. So... interesting. And they actually want fuel. Okay. This is financially doable. So what we can do, we can bring crude from these two oil wells into here, turn it into oil, fly it all the way up to here, get it refined, and then fly the fuel all the way back and take it into this town here. And also use the airport to effectively fly people in between the two. That's Gucci. So you get paid for oil that way and fuel that way. That will make a lot of money. Because if you can find something like that, little magic triangle, you can make a lot of money. Think about the environment. Mm-hmm. These poor people. The only place they go is their own town and Ankara. They go to Ankara on holiday. This little sleepy coastal town's about to be transformed. So we want a cargo airport. Something we can greatly expand later. want to keep it away from this for the noise. If you put it down here, you'd have a rather nice approach path.
Aye, 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 aye.
14.9 million. Could even fly goods in from Lucknow. Potentially. Matt Areno, thank you for 1,000 bits, sir. Awesome to finally catch your stream. Keep up the great work. Welcome. Thank you for the bits, Matt Areno. Appreciate that, sir. Slip the Otter, thank you for gifting us sub to Andy. Yeah, I think this is just a profitable thing, no matter which way we look at it, and we can build on top of it. Let's build that as a through station so we can collect that later. This can be... Actually, if we're smart about this, we can probably get that road around the back. And then... I don't think they'll complain about that. We'll join things up later. So if we have a cargo 2-track should do it. Is it possible to upgrade this? That's so dumb. It's weird the way I can't upgrade that road. Like, because what it does is it tries to expand the road both ways instead of saying, well, if I kept that side, I could expand just that way because I've got plenty of room. So you have to do that. It's just bizarre. Right, now hopefully...
And your northwest departure is approved to Ontario.
See that? The well and the airport aren't directly connected. The game loves curves and roads, dude. Like you wouldn't believe. I wonder if they can come out this way. You can see the range only goes up to here, so it's not quite long enough to catch that, which is very, very annoying. If I built that just a little bit to the right, it would all catch. That's a very expensive mistake. Okay. Wasted 20 million. Yep. Okay, we'll get rid of all this horribleness. Okay. Right, that's all connected. You got to be super careful with this. Look. That's not connected to the airport. That is connected to the airport. Just subtly putting it in the wrong place. You got to be so careful with that stuff. Now you can't expand the airport to add more terminals in the future. Yeah, I can.
And your northwest departure is approved to Ontario.
Terminals. Anyway, hang on. No, what we can do is we can add. See, no, if we had a second runway. Yeah, looks like we're a bit snookered on that one. Although maybe probably get rid of this road. Maybe that'll do it.
And your northwest departure is approved to Ontario.
Nope. Oh well. Yep. That's a problem. Because that is cargo, which means can't add passengers here, can we? They keep approving that northwest departure. I know. See, if we turn it more anti-clockwise, the approach path. Actually, we could flick the airport around. I think we'll have to trash it again. There goes another 20 mil. So if we come in from the right, and do it that way instead. The CS300, the Virgo towboat, the tanker towboat, and the $21 million ES1 Lastchochka. There we go. And then we'll try and smooth this over a little bit. Doesn't let you smooth it out too much, does it? Is it me or are you building tram tracks on those roads? It's just you. No tram tracks here. Right, so that is...
Engine northwest departures approved to Ontario.
passenger terminal. Definitely need that. Will it let us put the road down the side?
Engine northwest departures approved to Ontario.
Okay, you got the passenger terminal in there as well. There are tram tracks on the road. Oh, I thought you meant the catenary. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually fine. We can always tram it all the way back to here anyway. In fact, I probably should have just put the electric on.
Happy anniversary.
There we go. Electric tramified track. Thank you, Ollie Jumbo. No ordinary pancake. Thank you for 4 months. Motley, 4 years, bro. How did that happen? Time goes so fat when you're enjoying yourself. That's a good typo. Thanks for everything. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Motley. A new shiny acorn indeed. Right, if you put a bus tram station in already. I put it on this side. If we put it here, we've got room to expand. So you know what? Let's go for... There we go. The game is similar to City Skylines. No, it's not. In pretty much no way is it similar. Ollie Jumbo, run the exclamation mark Xmas command. Like what Tamashanta just did. Have a look on there. Right. We have a little road going on that. Okay. so bring that in that. That's one. Can you not build stations with bypass lines? Yeah, that's what I just did. So I built that with 3 tracks. So you can handcraft it so you can have like a different... What it does by default is it basically puts platforms in between tracks. If you want to do something different, like just have track, you can do that. You just manually configure it. In fact, I've done similar things up in Fieldsbed. So there's like track, platform, track. You can do it however you want, basically. Forgotten where it was now. I've lost it. There it is.
Happy
So I'll make this a single
anniversary,
track
Nata.
terminus. The condition of road vehicle is very poor.
Welcome back, Nata.
Lol, Bob, thank you for a year. I think when you build like loads of tracks like this, it always looks cool. I should have gone that way. Did that one wrong. Hang on. That should have gone there, and that should have gone.
Welcome back, Nata.
That's what I should have done. Have they changed the message from exhausted to very poor? I think so. I'm not sure. Let's see what that's up. Okay. You're quite sure they go from very poor to exhausted? Hang on. No, the very bad seems to be the oldest. Do they actually go to exhausted? I don't know. We need to focus on these soon, especially these trains. Has everyone finished all the shopping for the big day? No? Right, so that's everything we need to get the oil into here. So the oil's going to come into this thing. And then what we need is a place to fly it to, which is going to be the refinery over here. So this is going to have an airport, but then the airport needs to have good road links back to Medan because we're going to start moving passengers as well. What big day is that? Your birthday, Cat Strater. Of course. I think they're on about New Year's Day. I don't know. That was 3 weeks ago. Oh. Well, we're all planning ahead for next year. You'll take the money. Wow. You mercenary. Right. Let's do tram track. No. Upgrade. Ugh. Let's get this crummy road and do it properly. Oh boy. Actually, we've already got trams in here, haven't we? Maybe we'll just put electric trams in straight off the bat. There you go. That gets them on the tram loop. Your birthday's in 3 days, Golden Shooter. Wow, your birthday's 2 days before Christmas Day. Good call, sir. That would definitely break things if I didn't put that road back. Spell it. $14.5 million. Mine's to design a road system for the fuel trucks later. That is cargo. That's passenger. Right, I think we've got everything we need for the planes. You got 140k. Lol, Bob. That is insane, bro. That's true, Captain Flint, actually. That came out of nowhere. Right. So, we're going to go from... Actually, let's get the train up and running. Actually, we'll define all the lines first. Medan to Nom oil and fuel planes. And that will go from the cargo here. That is a heck of a flight. I reckon those planes are going to get paid a fortune. Then we need to create the demand for the fuel, otherwise the whole thing will break down. So we shall sell the fuel. Drop it off somewhere here. Didn't actually create a truck station. GG. This has to connect to the airport, not to this thing. We'll put down a road depot. Okay. Then we just need to define the train lines. Move on to your PC for better sound and quality. I tell that to console players. Oh. Let's see. Phenom crude trains 1. We'll define both and just start one off for now. So we'll have this as the second one from there to there. That one can go from there to there. Double check it looks okay. It does. Enjoy those Red Dead crashes. That was only for the first week and a bit, Langeville, until I updated my OS drivers and they updated the game. After the first week, it was fine. Might I remind you what Red Dead was online when it released on console? And GTA Online on console? What a complete mess that was. Pretty much anything Rockstar launches breaks on day one. It doesn't matter whether it's PC or not. So that's not really a good example. Well, I'm going to pack my PC. There you go, cat. The snow in Red Dead's going to get even worse, Denology. They've got Christmas trees in it, but the snow's going to get thicker and thicker over the next few days. We'll put one on the line for now. See how it gets on. Well, if you bring it to the UK, Langeveld, I can guarantee the weather's appalling here as well. You would have laughed so hard if you patted your PC and tapped the power button. It's actually impossible because I look at the back of my PCs. To tap the front, I'd have to literally climb around the front there, move the bin out the way, and then press the power button on the PC. But appreciate the support, Trucker Joe. You coming into Stansted? I'd say you're looking at about 800-foot cloud base. Overcast. So yeah, have fun. Oh, definitely VFR. I would just wing it. Just, if you fly low enough, you'll be fine. When you get over the channel, just drop down to about 600 feet, and then you can VFR it all the way into Stansted. Right, we need to create some planes here. Get this thing going. Meet me. Ooh. New toys. Look at this. A truck with side stakes on it. The Yifang tank truck. Nice, nice, nice. Right, cargo planes. What are we looking at? 757's been a good workhorse for us. 51 capacity. Beaten only by the Tupolev, which flies. I think the Tupolev's going to have to win over the 757 here. Has a slightly lower top speed, but an increased carrying capacity of a very similar purchase and running cost. We don't actually have a Tupolev, so maybe we'll buy one of those and color that black, and we'll put that on the all fuel line. In fact, I think we'll tweak that line. It has a much worse loading speed. Oh, does it? Didn't spot that bit. Let's have a look. Six times versus 2 times. That is... There you go. For 33 something grand, I think it was. swap it for a 757 because it's not even been used yet. It's only done 100 meters on the clock. So it's all good. Right, manage the line. With this, when we get to here, we want to completely... Whoa, this is different. Where did all this come from? Okay, so since the update, they've put these bars on. These were never here before. So it looks like now you could drop off half the logo. That's interesting. Half the logo, half the... What was the word I was looking for? Half the cargo, probably. Right, when you get to west, don't load anything. No, that's stupid. When you get to west, which is here, I want you to load nothing except crude oil. No, oil. 100% load. You're going to unload any fuel that you brought back with you. That's interesting. You can't tell it to unload a percentage of stuff, but you can tell it to load a percentage of stuff. How weird is that? Why would you want to half load something? I can understand you wanting to half unload something. You might have like a plane full of, you know, or a train full of stuff, and you want to drop half of it off here and half of it off somewhere else. But why would you want to half load? Two lines for one product. If you was going to do that though, you'd have mixed consist usually. Like you'd have, like, I guess, I think you do. Coal and iron. Yeah, but iron, you mean the ore, like in gondolas? I suppose so. It's a bit of a weird one though, isn't it? And why is there no unload percent? Right, when we get there, you want to be loading entirely fuel, and you want to be unloading entirely oil. So get to mid down, unload the oil, load the fuel. Get to here, load the oil, unload the fuel. Seems about right. Let's see what it does. We've got some oil coming in. It's got 120 on the line. Okay.
And your northwest departure is approved to Ontario.
You'll love to see more for Dole on the holidays. Lol. Oh, he's grabbed some oil.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Right, separately to that, we want to get some of the fuel into here if we can. Actually. I didn't create the vehicles yet. Tanker truck. Let's see how that gets on.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Yeah, hero, that is a lot. Not only that, but they It was actually just slightly more than the model it replaced. So it was actually good value as well. That should set up the whole production chain. So if we go and have a look at this thing. In theory... Okay, it knows its supplier. What we want to see is a destination here. But it's only going to do that when it gets oil. WTF, thank you for 40 months. Happy holidays to you, sir. All the best for 2020. Thank you.
And your northwest departure is approved to Ontario. And your northwest departure
23 oil sat bar. We're going to need another plane shortly. Is this him? Nope. Where is he? There he is. You think two of the trains are on the wrong line? I hope not. You might be right, though. The game does have annoyances when it comes to cloning vehicles. Smith, thank you for 38 months. I'm busy the upcoming days, so wish you and your family a Merry Christmas. And to you, Smith. Make it up. Thank you for 16 months. Wow. Aaron Evans, welcome back, sir. Not seen your name for a while. It's a UPS livery. Well, Slim, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put 3 crude on one line. Mr. Senator, thank you for 29 months. Miss Subwall.